Once, in a quiet village nestled between misty forests, there lived three very different brothers. The youngest, known as Simple, was a humble soul who was often overlooked by his arrogant kin. One morning, the eldest brother set off into the forest, proud and confident in his own strengths. He began his work with great vigor, determined to prove he was the most capable of them all. Suddenly, a frail old man emerged from the shadows, asking for a small morsel of food to ease his hunger. But the selfish brother scoffed, refusing to share even a crumb with the tired stranger. Moments later, his axe slipped and struck his own arm. His strength had failed him when he lacked compassion. He limped back home, realizing that true worth is found in kindness, not in pride or power. Selfishness leads to failure. But a kind heart finds a golden treasure. Kindness is always rewarded. As night fell, he stopped at an inn to rest. The innkeeper's daughters noticed the golden feathers immediately, their eyes filling with greed. They had never seen anything so precious. When the young man fell asleep, the eldest daughter crept into his room, hoping to pull out a single feather. But the moment she touched the goose, her hand stuck fast to it. She gasped in fear, but it was too late. The second daughter came to help, but as soon as she grabbed her sister, she too became stuck. The third followed, and soon all three were trapped. Morning came, and the young man awoke to find them all attached to the goose. Confused but unbothered, he simply picked up the goose and continued. He brought the three girls along as they struggled helplessly behind. As he walked through the village, people stared in shock and amusement. A priest, seeing the scene, tried to intervene, grabbing one of the girls, but he too became stuck. Then came a farmer, then another, each trying to help, each becoming part of the growing chain. What had begun as a simple journey turned into a strange procession, a line of people bound together, unable to let go. Word of this unusual sight spread quickly, reaching even the royal palace. In that palace lived a princess who had not laughed in years. Despite all efforts, nothing could bring her joy. The king had grown desperate, declaring that anyone who could make her laugh would win her hand in marriage. Many had tried, all had failed. When the young man arrived at the palace gates, still carrying the golden goose with a long chain of people trailing behind him, the sight was so unexpected, so ridiculous, that the princess could not help herself. For the first time in years, she laughed. It was not a polite smile or a forced reaction, it was real, full, and unstoppable. The king, though surprised, could not deny his promise. Yet he hesitated. How could such a simple boy marry a princess? So he set impossible tasks, hoping the young man would fail. He was told to drink an entire cellar of wine, to eat vast amounts of food, to accomplish things no ordinary person could do. But each time, help came in unexpected ways. Strange companions appeared, completing the tasks with ease, as if the kindness he had once shown in the forest was returning to him in quiet, unseen ways. At last, the king had no reason left to refuse. The simple young man, once laughed at and ignored, was granted the princess's hand in marriage, and the golden goose, with its magical curse, had fulfilled its purpose, for it was never just a treasure, it was a test. Those who reached for it with greed found themselves trapped by their own desire, unable to let go. But the one who carried it, the one who had asked for nothing, who had shared even when he had little, remained free. In the end, it was not cleverness or strength that changed his fate. It was kindness. And so, the boy who had once been seen